It's definitely been a minute, yo. It's been a very hectic year so far. By far. Let's just put that out there. So, a lot of things have happened since the last time I posted. I don't even remember the last time I actually posted like this type of video. The last 3 things I posted was the video reel, an audition tape I made, and my Black Lives Matter speech, or spoken word. I've been watching a lot of YouTube recently, and it just made me remember why I started started this specific YouTube channel and wanted to post videos. And I know that not a lot of people watch my videos, and most likely it'll be like that for a while. And I'm fine with that because, of course, everyone has to start somewhere. I wanted to influence people, however few or many they may be. I wanted to give advice on what I could. I wanted to help out where I could. I started going to other social media platforms. I did Instagram and TikTok live quite a few times. Gave sound advice with a couple of instances with people and what they were going through in their own lives. And I enjoyed it. It's just been too long since I made a video, so I'm gonna make one, not necessarily being an influencer, but just kind of updating you guys about me. You know, the few people that do watch my channel. Anyway, a lot has changed since I last posted. One, I think the last time I posted was in the middle of worldwide quarantine. It was a while ago. It was over a year ago. Well over a year. The first thing that happened was I gained weight, slowly losing it now, but I got pretty big. I got big to the point where I felt very unhealthy. I looked unhealthy compared to what I usually look like. Basketball was my cardio. I wasn't playing basketball anymore, obviously, because the gyms were closed down. I was working at Lowe's, picking up boxes constantly and stuff like that. So I was more so weightlifting than getting an actual workout. And then on top of that, you know, eating and staying in and not working up the motivation to do my own at-home workouts or just to go out running, which I actually don't like to do. I like to have a purpose for why I'm running. That's why I love basketball. I have a goal, objective, and I run with it. I think I gained maybe close to 30 pounds over quarantine. Now, it wasn't just fat though. So me, I'm a lot like my dad. My dad was like skinny as hell for all the way up until he was about 23, 24, about my age now. And out of nowhere, his hormones kicked in, then he broadened and everything. He was able to build muscle and grow more facial hair and all that. So basically, quarantine and my hormones happened at the same exact time. So my shoulders and my neck, everything started to broaden out. I started gaining muscle, but at the same time, because I wasn't doing any cardio, I started getting fat as well. And I didn't want both of them. One of the biggest things that happened in my life is that I'm no longer in a relationship. I no longer live at the place I was living at. I think my couples channel with my ex is now deleted, so that's no longer there. It's a very long story. If people want to hear about it, I would, let them know. But if not, then it's nothing that needs to be, overly addressed. So just move right on past that. But I mean, if the few people that do watch it want a video on it, I might make it eventually, but that's only if enough people want to hear it. So I got a new job. I work at Geico now, which I'm supposed to be on the way to, but because of the weather that you can see in my background, there's been a serious accident. I have been in park for the last 25 minutes. I've been in park, not stop and go traffic. I've been in park. Like, I should have been at work about 10 minutes ago. It is what it is. So I thought this was the perfect time to make the video, because every time I think about making videos, I don't have the time, or I'm not in the proper place. What better place than in your car? I'm by myself. No one can interrupt me. and I'm obviously not going anywhere. So 3 major things, you know, living situation, not in a relationship anymore, and it was a very serious relationship, of course. Job change, it's been a lot. And number 4, I had actually caught COVID about, what was it, almost a month ago now. One day I started feeling like that little rawness that you feel almost in your chest and throat area, like when you get a cold, but it actually wasn't as strong as when you get a cold. So I was just like, it's gonna blow over, whatever. Next morning I wake up at 6 a.m. with 102-degree fever. I haven't had so much as a cold for over 4 years. I used to have sinusitis that occurred like every 4 months, and my immune system just up and said, screw that, you're not getting sick no more. So I haven't had so much as a cold, a flu. I haven't had the flu. I've had the flu once when I was 13. Never again. Never had the flu again. But like I said, I haven't been sick in years. And then when that happened, I kind of knew it was COVID. Another thing that happened was a week before I got COVID, I got into my first ever street fight, which is what you see right here. So I'm playing basketball, I'm doing well, I'm getting buckets, doing what I do. One of the guys, I was going up against him the most, I was guarding him the most, he was guarding me the most. It was just basketball. Like, I wasn't even trash talking. I'm not a trash talker unless you talk to me first. And he wasn't even trash talking me, so it was like, I thought we was all good. I went to go dap him up after basically everybody was like, all right, that's our last game. And he said, I'm not dapping you up. And I was like, why? He was like, bro, I'm not dapping you up. And I was like, why wouldn't you? And me asking him why made him get in my face and threaten to fight me. And I was so confused. Like, he got up in my face and then he started walking away. And I could have left it at that. But I didn't. I basically called him out for acting like a baby. I basically told him he was on some BS, which he agreed to. And then he got into my face maybe about two other times. Like, just kept walking up in my face, looked like he ready to fight, and walking away. And then one time he walked in my face, and then I was like, bro, I ain't about to deal with your childishness. As I was walking away, and this is the crazy thing, because he was in my face 3 times, right in front of me, looked like he ready to fight. As I was walking away, he sucker punched me in my jaw. I'm not a fighter. That's the first fight I've ever been in. It was obvious that it's the first fight I've ever been in. I'm not a fighter. However, even though I'm not a fighter and I never grew up fighting, I'm not gonna let you punk me either. So I said, you wanna act like that? Bet. So I put my butt back down and I tried to fight him. Not gonna lie to you people, I lost that fight. Not miserably. When it comes to fighting, he had everything over me. Reach, strength, height, experience. Apparently this dude grew up fighting in the hood. Apparently he had a reputation in this city for knocking people out left and right. So the fact that I stood my ground, the only solid punch he landed on me was that sucker punch he threw. And then I guess this happened because one of the punches he threw, I kind of dodged it, but because of his reach, his knuckle scraped past my eyebrow and gashed it. I didn't even know I was bleeding until everyone was like, you're bleeding, because I was already covered in sweat from basketball. I thought I was just sweating. Like, that's what I thought it was. And then it was like, you're bleeding, and I didn't care at that point. I was still trying to go at him. Then my homeboy ended up breaking up the fight because of how much it was bleeding, and you know, eyebrow cuts always look worse than they really are. Even though I lost the fight, I held my own, I stood my ground, I didn't let him punk me, and at the end of the day, I was still rearing to go. Yeah, I lost the fight. I own it up as a man. As a man, I accept that I lost that fight, learn from it, move on. You know, that happened. That was fun, a real fun day. After that, I've kind of been MIA as far as my social life and just being out there because of the fact that I got COVID. Got a COVID test and it came back negative, so I'm basically good to go. If it wasn't for my family, I honestly wouldn't care for the vaccine. But because of everybody in my family having it, them pushing it, them talking about how it's important to, you know, get that done. And the fact that I do have other family members that have a lot of health issues, I guess it's just bite the bullet and get it done. And right now, I'm just working at Geico trying to get, trying to get my money up. My dream career, is acting. I don't know if you can tell from the videos that I have posted on my YouTube, but that is what I want to pursue, acting. I have a new, very exciting project coming up with a Mr. Eric Henderson. We're filming his passion project that he is doing. He made it before she passed away, but he is, definitely going the extra mile to make it as legit of a movie as possible, out of respects for his mother, Miss Teresa Henderson, who passed away before she was able to see the film come to life. A lot of excitement for putting this film together and bringing it to fruition. Just doing what we need to bring it to life. Working at Geico, honestly, right now, it's a temporary thing until I can start, doing what I love to do and not have to worry about making money elsewhere. And you could actually tell, I don't know if you can see it, this is kind of how my face looked when I first started working at Geico. Let me see. Oh well. It's kind of blurry, but I don't know. You could probably tell that, yeah, I did gain a lot of weight. And it definitely showed in my face. But right now, I've shaved off a little bit. I'm never going to be as skinny as I used to be. So I'm no longer losing weight. I'm more so turning it into better weight, I guess. I was between 170 and 175 for a while, and then I either broke or almost broke 200 during quarantine. Sure did. I think I'm down to 195, so I shaved off a little bit, and then right now, I'm losing fat, but I'm not losing weight, which is fine. Yeah, I just wanted to drop a small update video. I'm doing well. Health-wise, mentally, spiritually. A lot has happened, but I have recovered from the biggest things that have happened, and I'm actually doing better than before they even happened. I'm still reaching for what I want out of my life. Oh, and look at that. Traffic is starting to budge again. Well, that's all for the update. Well, of course, there's a lot of other small details that I can update about, but like I said, I just wanted to give the major updates and let you guys know what's going on, so I guess that's all. That's all for this video. Definitely want to keep making these and want to get more consistent with making videos constantly that I can put on here. Try to build up my platform, and we'll definitely see what happens. You know what? I was going to do the outro that I did for a lot of my previous videos, but I feel like I want to do a different outro. I don't know what outro to do, though. I guess I'll just make up one on the spot. Something like, this is Perk's Corner with Jelani Perkins, giving you wall-to-wall coverage of my life, not just the highlights. Till next time, peace.